Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, January 18th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be taking a quick look back at yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play. It's a 9-game main slate overall, and then going over to both DraftKings and FanDuel and talking about my core picks for today. But without further ado, we'll get started with a recap of yesterday's picks. On the DraftKings side, at point guard, we had Drew Holiday at $8,000, looking for 40 points down, got to 62.5, so he was a massive hit once again. Then at shooting guard, we had Seth Curry at $4,300, looking for 22 points down, got to 28.75, so he was a really good hit as well. At small forward, we had Joe Ingles at $3,500, looking for 18 points down, he got to 37.5, so he was an excellent hit, 10 times value there, over 10 times value actually. And then at power forward, we had Ben Simmons at $5,900, looking for 30 points down, got to 52 yesterday, so he was a really good hit as well. And then at center, we had Jakob Poeltl at $6,200, looking for 31 points down, got to 30.25, so I had to give him a push yesterday. He was just under what we were looking for out of him. He only played 22 minutes. If obviously he plays a couple extra minutes, easily clears that price tag overall yesterday. So 4 out of 5 and a push on the DraftKings side. If you had some other decent plays, you cashed pretty easily yesterday. And then on the FanDuel side, we had Drew Holiday at point guard once again as well. $7,900, looking for 40 points down, got to 61.7, so he was a really good hit once again. Shooting guard, we had Seth Curry at $4,900, looking for 24.25 on the FanDuel side, got to 27.4, so he was a hit as well. At small forward, we had Keldon Johnson at $6,600, looking for 33 points down. He got to 61.7, so he was a massive hit yesterday. And then at power forward, we had Jeremy Grant, $6,800. Looking for 34 points down, got to 31.8. He was a miss, but not anybody that really killed us over the top yesterday. He was only about 2 points short of what we were looking for out of him. And then at center, we had Joel Embiid at $11,600. Looking for 58 points down, got to 57.3. So I did give him a push yesterday, but still a really good play overall. But with that being said, if you went with these 5 players on the FanDuel side and had a couple other decent plays, he had an easy chance of catching once again. So a pretty solid day all around once again. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries in play for today's slate. Once again, it is a 9-game main slate overall. Doesn't start till 7:30 Eastern time, which is a little bit different on a Wednesday, but we do have 2 games starting right at that 7:30 Eastern time. We're going to start off the Atlanta Hawks, who are all the way healthy at this point in time. Obviously, Clint Capella returned last time, was on a minutes limit, did not end up starting. We'll see if that's the same case once again tonight. Then for the Dallas Mavericks, they are without Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber, and McKinley Wright. And then we have Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Josh Green. All this is probable to play tonight. Obviously, Dorian Finney-Smith and Josh Green have been out for quite some time. We'll see how many minutes they do play in their return. Could be an interesting spot for this Dallas Mavericks team overall. Luka Doncic is going to look pretty well. You can take some shots on Spencer Dinwiddie and GPPs. Reggie Bullock paydown option. Christian Wood looks pretty decent as well. Then for the Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal is questionable once again. Supposedly practiced on Sunday, did not play last game. So there is a chance that he does play tonight, but there's also a chance he misses. Obviously, if he does play, you can take some shots on him and GPP. If he doesn't play, then you can kind of just take some shots on everybody else like we've been doing in recent weeks. Then on the opposite side of that game, the New York Knicks are all the way healthy at this point in time. Moving over to the Miami Heat, who are without Nikola Jovic, Duncan Robinson, Omer Yurtseven once again. Kyle Lowry is questionable tonight. He's missed like the past 4 games with a knee soreness issue. We'll see whether or not he plays or not tonight. If he does end up playing, kind of takes away from some value on the Miami team. You can still play Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo in any case, though. Then we have Caleb Martin and Udonis Haslem both expected to play tonight as well. Then for the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, EJ Liddell, Zion Williamson all out once again. Herb Jones has the gray bar next to him, which is typically questionable, but he is doubtful to play today. So pretty much seeing what we saw in recent games. Dyson Daniels probably starting in his place, looking like a GPP paydown option on both sites. Then we move down to the Charlotte Hornets, who were without Kelly Oubre once again. Cody Martin, Gordon Hayward, both doubtful to play once again tonight, so no real changes here. Houston Rockets, Kevin Porter Jr. is questionable to play tonight. Obviously, if he plays, kind of goes back to what we've seen early on in the season. If he doesn't play, KJ Martin probably gets the start in his place once again. You can take some shots on Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Eric Gordon, maybe a little bit of Jabari Smith, but more GPP plays than anything at this point in time. Moving down to the Pacers, they're without Kendall Brown, Tyrese Halliburton, and Daniel Tice, so pretty much what we've seen as of late. And then for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Yusheng Jang, Povashevsky both out, Jerome Robinson Earl is doubtful tonight, and then Omer Yuri is listed as questionable, but supposedly was sent down to the G League either way, so not too focused on him overall tonight. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, we have Dean Wade and Dylan Windler both out once again, and then we have Donovan Mitchell listed as doubtful to play tonight. Could open up some value in guys like Darius Garland and Karis LeVert overall tonight. Then for the Memphis Grizzlies, just Danny Green out, so they're pretty much as healthy as they're going to get at this point in time. Then we move down to Clippers, who are on the back-to-back tonight. John Wall's out once again. He's out for a couple weeks. Paul George is listed as out at this point in time. Kawhi Leonard doubtful. And then Luke Kennard and Reggie Jackson both listed as questionable, so we'll kind of have to see how this team shakes out. Could open up a lot of value as we get some news throughout the day. Then for the Utah Jazz, they're without Kelly Olynyk once again. Lauri Markkanen is questionable to play. He's missed the previous 2 games with a hip injury. So if he plays tonight, doesn't change too much for the Utah Jazz team. If he doesn't play, some other guys are going to look pretty good overall. Then for the Timberwolves, we have Jordan McLaughlin and Karl Anthony Towns both out once again. Anthony Edwards, Taurean Prince, both listed as questionable, but both haven't missed time, so would expect them to play once again. Rudy Gobert played the last time out, only played like 4 minutes in that game. Re-aggravated his groin injury. I don't really expect him to play tonight, but we'll just have to see if anything changes throughout the day. Then on the Nuggets side, they're on the back-to-back, so we'll just have to see how this team shakes out, but looks like Colin Gillespie, Jeff Green, Peyton Watson all out. There is a chance that like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. could end up sitting today. We'll just have to see how that all plays out throughout the day. And then we have the Sacramento Kings all the way healthy at this point in time. For the Lakers, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, and Lonnie Walker are all out once again. LeBron James listed as questionable with his ankle soreness, but probably going to play. Just keep an eye out on that throughout the day, as we have gotten that news with LeBron James in the games that he's missed pretty early on in most slates. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for tonight. And obviously, we're going to be looking at LeBron James, Rudy Gobert, Lauri Markkanen, some of that Clippers news overall. Kevin Porter Jr. will be a decent one as well. And then kind of up to Bradley Beal. Those are the main things that we're watching today. But there could be some other news that does change throughout the day as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my core picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with De'Aaron Fox. He has $8,300. We're looking for 41, 42 points out. Pace up spot tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that really doesn't have any sense of defense. This game itself does not have any sense of defense, with 2 teams that just don't do much defensively. They're both pace up spots. Should be a pretty advantageous matchup for De'Aaron Fox tonight. Currently, I'm projected for 44, 45 points on the DraftKings side tonight. And then we moved over to shooting guard with Karis LeVert at $5,100, looking for 25, 26 points out. He's averaging 24.5 essentially on the season. There is no Donovan Mitchell tonight. He'll either be in the starting lineup or play more minutes than normal. So I do like Karis LeVert once again. Currently having projected for 28 points. He does have some upside for more as well. Then we move down to small forward with Buddy Hield. He's $6,400, looking for 32 points out. He's averaging essentially that so far on the season. Pretty good matchup tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, there's no Tyrese Haliburton once again, so he's getting a couple extra shots, and he's been able to do a little bit more with it most games since Haliburton's been gone. Currently having projected for 34 points. Definitely offers a little bit of upside for more if he's shooting the ball well once again tonight. Then in power forward, we're going with the safe play once again with DeAndre Hunter. $5,000, looking for 25 points out, essentially what he's been averaging so far on the season. A little bit of a pace down spot against the Dallas Mavericks tonight, but still haven't projected for 26 points, so a relatively safe play overall. And then at center, we're going to go with Naz Reid once again. He's $4,800, looking for 24 points out, averaging about 21 so far on the season. Obviously, if Rudy Gobert does not end up playing tonight, Naz Reid's going to look really good. Have him projected for 26 plus points tonight. Just really depends on how many minutes he gets overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you have $20,400 remaining, $6,800 per player. So kind of that middle range there in terms of what we have left. Maybe you pay up for one player and then kind of pay down for some other options. Or maybe it's a more balanced build type of day overall today. It just kind of depends on what value does open up throughout the day as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, at point guard, we're going with De'Aaron Fox once again. He's $8,300 on FanDuel as well. Looking for 41, 42 points. Everything I already said on the DraftKings side still does apply. Goes against the Lakers tonight. Not a good defensive team. Neither one of these teams are good defensively. Should be a pretty back and forth game. Should be a high scoring game as well. So do like De'Aaron Fox quite a bit. Have him projected for 44 fantasy points on the FanDuel side tonight. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with D'Angelo Russell at $6,500. Looking for 32, 33 fantasy points out. He's got a price down spot as of late. He's averaging about 32 on the season. A little bit of pace down spot against the Denver Nuggets team overall, but definitely a guy that can easily outperform this price tag if he's playing the minutes, and he's playing reasonably well once again. And then at small forward, we have Karis LeVert, $5,200 on the DraftKings side, looking for 26 points out. Currently having projected for 28. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell is unlikely to play in this game. Karis LeVert should get a minutes bump and maybe a little bit of a usage bump as well. So he's going to look pretty good overall tonight once again. And then at power forward, I like Aaron Gordon tonight at $6,400. We're looking for 32 points time, essentially what he's been averaging so far on the season. Goes against the Timberwolves, a little bit of a pace-up spot, a team that's not too great defensively. If Jamal Murray is to miss, if Michael Porter Jr. is to miss, Aaron Gordon looking a little bit better overall tonight, but currently haven't projected for 32 points, but definitely does offer some upside for more as well. And then last but not least, at the center position, going right back to Naz Reid, once again, $5,200. Got him currently projected for 26 or more points tonight. Obviously, it just depends on if Rudy Gobert plays and how many minutes Naz Reid gets in this game, but do like him quite a bit. And in terms of value, especially at that center position, he's one of the cheaper guys that you can definitely look to once again tonight. Probably going to be pretty popular if we get that Rudy Gobert news sooner rather than later once again. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you got $28,400 remaining, $7,100 remaining per player. So you could pay up for a guy or two if that's something you really want to do, and then pay down in a couple other spots. Or if you want to take a more balanced approach, that's definitely viable on tonight's slate overall. Once again, there could be some other values that do really pop up throughout the day, especially from that Clippers team and maybe from the Nuggets as well. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel for today, January 18th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down below. Also, be sure to note whether those questions are more FanDuel or DraftKings specific so I can best help you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. And then, as always, I'll be listing the injury updates throughout the day, as well as many starting lineups as I can get to tonight. And then about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, will list my updated core down in the comments. It will be a pinned comment. And then if there's any slight changes to that throughout the night, I'll try to comment down below that as well. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at CoachCraigSports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now, just primarily NBA DFS. Touching on a little bit of NBA prize picks here and there as I'm able to do so throughout the week as well. And then once we get closer to the NFL draft, going to be doing some NFL draft content as well. So if you're into any of that, which I'm guessing you're at least into the NBA DFS, be sure to check that out. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. I go live for a live stream. So definitely be sure to have that notification bell turned on. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's videos. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.